about to have an encounter.
We are the Reverends Ronaldston and Ruth Ann Wiggins,
founders of the World Transformational Centre Ministries, Inc.
Do you desire true peace, physical healing, or long to experience the tangible presence of God?
Join us today as we bring you hope in this edition of Kingdom Encounter.
We invite you, come worship with us.
Come on, we declare that God is indeed our all and all. Join with us today as we declare this song that God is. Hallelujah.
The joy and the strength of my life. He removes all pain, misery and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me. He's never ever fallen short of his word. I've got to fast and pray, stay in his narrow way, and keep my life clean every day. I want to go with him when he comes back. I've come too far and I'll never turn back. God is, God is, God is, God is. God is my all in all.
Come on, God is, hallelujah.
God is the joy and the strength of my life. He removes all pain, misery and strife. He promised to keep me, never to leave me. He's never ever fallen short of his word. I've got to fast and pray, stay in his narrow way, and keep my life clean every day. I want to go with him when he comes
holy is the Lord. Lord Almighty. And we bless your name, Lord. Come on, help us sing. Come on. We stand.
We stand and lift up our hands, for the joy of the Lord is our strength.
We bow down.
We bow down and worship Him now. How great, how awesome is He, and together we'll sing. Everyone sing.
Come on, holy is.
Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory.
Come on, we stand.
We stand and lift up our hands, for the joy of the Lord is our strength.
We bow down.
We bow down and worship Him now. How great, how awesome is He, and together we'll sing.
Come on, everyone.
Everyone sing.
Holy is.
Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory.
Come on, the earth.
The earth is filled with His glory. The earth is filled with His glory.
The earth.
The earth is filled with His glory. The earth is filled with His glory. Please enjoy this special ministry.
The privilege is mine to introduce to you the World Transformational Centre Ministries Choir doing a special selection entitled Blessed Be the Name of the Lord. This song was recorded and featured at a memorial service for the late Violet Onita Wiggins, my mother, a woman that loved the Lord, a woman that loved to worship. I encourage you to worship the Lord with us as we give His name a high note of praise. Be blessed.
Blessed be the name name on it.
It's indeed a wonderful privilege to share the word of the Lord with you today. My text will be taken from the book of St. Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. And we're going to be pondering on this one verse. And it declares, "For what shall it profit a man, if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Now we all can testify to the fact that here, where we call Earth, is indeed blessed with some beautiful countries and islands. I can boast about the fact that I am from the most beautiful island in the world, Barbados, where we have spectacular views, beautiful beaches, the land of sea and sand. And to own a piece of the rock per se would indeed be the desire of everyone. In my travels, I have experienced many different countries and the beauty that they possess. And I say to myself, if I had the resources, I would like to buy land here, buy property here, and the list goes on. We can boast about the fact that we have spectacular vehicles. Now, I am a Mercedes-Benz, and I believe that Mercedes-Benz is the best vehicle in the world. And there's nothing wrong with owning properties. There's nothing wrong with owning vehicles like the Mercedes, because the Bible encourages us and says to us that God wants us above all to prosper and to be in good health. But before I move on, I need to put a little plug here, because many people believe that Jesus was poor. Many people believe that the gospel is one that you must be in lack and, to prove your humility to God and stuff like that. But I want to share a rude awakening with you today. Jesus was not poor. Actually, at his birth, the Bible speaks about the fact that the wise men came. They brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. His earthly father was a carpenter, and at that time, that was a very thriving trade. So I want us to deal with that notion up front, that as Christians, as people of God, we are to be in lack to serve the Lord. But be that as it may, the Bible let us know that what is most important is the fact that we have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Because having all of the money, having all of the properties, having all of the vehicles and all of the things that you possess, which isn't wrong, and there's nothing wrong with it, but having all of that and you lose your soul is a vicious and heartless thing that you will experience. You see, the enemy is out to destroy our soul. And when we think about our soul, the soul is broken down in 3 different parts: the mind, the will, and the emotions. And the job of the enemy is to take control of these 3 parts in your life, in my life, and have control, because he does not like any of us. The Bible even let us know that Jesus, after he was baptized, the Bible declares that the Spirit drove him into the wilderness and he was tempted by the enemy. And the enemy would have presented the same case to Jesus. I will give you all of this if you would just bow down and worship me. When, in essence, When you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you already have all of the things that you need. My encouragement to you today, don't mess around and lose your soul. It is imperative that you work hard, you work honestly to achieve all that you have. And as I said before, there's nothing wrong with having these things, but just make sure that Jesus Christ is the center of it all. Because at the end of the day, you're going to lose all of it. And let me tell you something, we are in time, but there's something called eternity that never ends. Time ends, but not eternity. Eternity never ends. And we need to think about the hereafter, because this world is coming to an end. Whether we like it or not, whether we have money or not, this world is coming to an end. And where you spend your eternity is the most important thing. It's either you spend it with the Lord Jesus Christ, or you spend it in a life that was not designed for you, which is in hell. So my encouragement to you today again, don't mess around and lose your soul. What would it profit a man? There's no gain, there's no weight in having all of these things and not have a relationship with Jesus Christ. So I encourage you today, He loves you with an everlasting love. The Bible declares nothing shall separate us from the love of God, height nor depth, things present or things to come. It will not separate us from the love of God. All He wants you to do is to embrace His love today and enjoy a life here on earth and the hereafter. God bless you. It was a pleasure having you join us today.
We encourage you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Kingdom Encounter.
WTCN, revolutionizing the nations of the world.
Join us and be inspired every Sunday at 8 a.m. for our broadcast, Kingdom Encounter. Check out our thought-provoking devotional sessions with our pastor, the Reverend Ronaldston Wiggins, and our minister, Maria Herbert, in the informative series, Revelation for Life. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube accounts for our exciting Kingdom Corner Kids Show. You will be sure to find something inspiring for the whole family.